the #1 pick in the 2023 NBA draft goes to the San Antonio Spurs.
We back.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No, why would you do
that? Make sure you hit that like button on Hoops World. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, Hoops World 0. The draft lottery, man. We finally had it, man. We've been waiting all year for this, kind of. We've been waiting to wear the Wemby
the unanimous #1 pick. I mean, even in the interviews, they were like, "How do you feel about going to the San Antonio Spurs?"
Yeah.
I mean, it's already known at this point. It's just crazy.
This was crazy, man. I mean, Wemby. We got the news. Wemby is going to the Spurs. What was your reaction when you just was watching this lottery, bro?
It was like, at first, it was like, well, my first takeaway, I gotta say, imagine being the Detroit Pistons. You had the highest odds to get to the first overall pick.
Yeah.
You had 17 wins that season. You had 17 wins, and you still managed to fall down to the lowest possible spot you could have. That sucks.
Yeah.
But in terms of the Wemby standpoint, I mean, the Spurs is going to be a great team for him to develop. You got Greg Popovich. We already know what his resume is.
Legendary.
Legendary.
Yeah.
But my thing is that team it's just not a team that moves me at all. Like, it's not.
You got the Wemby, Keldon Johnson's they're not taking over the NBA, bro.
Bro, you got SoCon. SoCon's okay. I mean, yeah. Keldon Johnson okay. He's good, but then Devin Vassell, and then
yeah, they got a long way to go. But I'm happy for San Antonio. I'm happy for Popovich most of all because there's so many French legends that went to the Spurs. I mean, you got Boris D, Tony Parker, like a whole bunch of guys, man. It just fits Wemby because it's like the international stars were just known to go to San Antonio because they were kind of first on the international wave of players. And then it kind of just spread out through the league. Now the whole league is almost international.
And that's a team, like I said, where Wemby can develop. I mean, it's just a good spot. I mean, they have like that's just a well-known team. I mean, like, that's all guys that they like drafted.
Yeah.
And they were able to build that up and win championships and become a legendary franchise.
Yeah. Now going forward, we're going to talk about this draft lottery. So you guys didn't know, the Charlotte Hornets got the 2nd pick, Portland got the 3rd pick, Houston 4th, Pistons 5. That was hilarious. 6 Orlando, 7 Pacers, Wizards 8, and then you guys can see the rest. But the Hornets, first of all, I thought Houston was going to get this 2nd pick. I thought Houston was going to get a lot better than the 4th. But now there's a debate between, I seen on Charlotte Hornets Twitter, they want Scoot, but ESPN mock draft has Brandon Miller going too. So it's between that 2nd and 3rd. I think it's going to be, we'll see as the draft gets closer, to fight between Brandon Miller and Scoot. Now, Scoot, people say he's a generational guard. He has that Russell Westbrook, De'Aaron Fox mixed in with D Rose, like a whole bunch of athletic guards he's mixed in with. And then you just got Brandon Miller. Can't teach height. He's 6'10". He can catch and shoot. Really, really, really good player. So, coming from your perspective, bro, who do you think the Hornets and the Blazers, do you think it's going to be Brandon 2, or do you think it's going to be Scoot number 2?
It'd be interesting to see, like, if the Hornets like drafted Scoot, they'd have LaMelo, obviously.
LaMelo.
They'd have
got Mark Williams.
But that means Terry Rozier's gone. I think I don't know how okay they would be with that. I mean, I'm sure if like you wanted to take the Scoot route, I mean, obviously you're gonna have to get rid of Rozier, but I mean their forward standpoint, besides like Kelly Oubre, is just kind of dry.
Yeah, that's why I told my friends, I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if they take Brandon Miller because Scoot, I know Scoot, people want to put Scoot at the 2, but you're putting you got 6, what's LaMelo? 6'6"? 6'6" LaMelo, 6'3" Scoot at the shooting guard. I haven't watched a ton of Scoot, but I don't know if he's a shooting guard like that. To me, I think he's better with the ball in his hands and creating like that. I don't know if he's ready to go with full shooting guard mode.
But if say he gets drafted to the Trailblazers, right?
Yeah.
And they keep Damian Lillard, how do those two work out?
That's what I'm saying. I tweeted this out. If the Blazers draft Scoot Henderson, I think Damian's out of there. You got to trade Damian Lillard out of there because it's like you got to give Scoot full reign. You got to give him full reign. And with that team, they already have a great young guy, the young pieces. You got Anthony Simmons. I mean, you could possibly bring Jeremy Grant back. And then you got
Shaden Sharp.
You go Scoot. That's a good team.
And Damian Lillard has already mentioned that he doesn't want to be on a team that's rebuilding. He's not in for a rebuild.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna lie, as a young talented team, I like that team. Scoot, Shaden Sharp, Anthony Simmons. That's a good rebuilding young team. And then you got picks.
You still have all your picks. Yes. And if you trade Dame, that's a whole bunch of other picks and assets in terms of like players, and you get your picks.
Yeah. And then as far as Brandon Miller goes with the Hornets, I mean, I don't think the Hornets have a ton of outstanding wings. And you mentioned Oubre.
Kelly, you got Kelly Oubre, and that's really it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Kelly Oubre has been one of the he puts up good stats, but they're empty stats because it showed his percentage isn't great, and he has to be playing a lot to get those stats.
Yeah.
Kelly Oubre is an empty stat guy. That's just how he plays.
I think PJ Washington might be a restricted free agent, so they don't know if they're going to bring him out.
He plays the 4.
Yeah, he might end up leaving. We don't know if he's going to stay. I mean, I'm looking at this roster. You got Gordon Hayward, Kai Jones.
You do have Gordon Hayward.
And that's it. I only see really good wings on this team. So it's like, I don't see why not they take Brandon Miller. I don't know. That's just me.
You drafting Scoot simply based off of like his huge potential.
Yeah.
And how are you really going to be able to pair that up with LaMelo? It would be interesting, but I think Brandon Miller fits that Hornets team better. Yeah. And the thing is, it's like, I think Oubre's already making a solid size contract. I think if you draft Miller, you move off of him and you stick with him and Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, because I think you already got Terry Rozier as a shooting guard. I mean, I don't know. Hornets fans, let us know in the comments, bro.
And honestly, I think as a Hornets fan, you'd rather take Brandon Miller. I think your team is better with Brandon Miller because it's like you keep Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier is very good.
Yeah.
You have LaMelo, you have Rozier, you have Hayward, you have Miller,
and you
have Mark Williams, or you have
Yeah, so it's like I don't know. Let us know in the comments, Hornets fans, because I saw Hornets Twitter was like, "Well, we're drafting Scoot. Scoot's our guy." But to me, like the basketball kind of way, I feel like Brandon's a better fit. But that's just me. I think
Brandon is a better fit.
Yeah, because I think Portland, if you trust me, you don't want Dame and Scoot together. So you're gonna have to give away Dame, and you're gonna rather have a bunch of picks, Scoot, Shaden Sharp, Anthony Simmons, and that young team.
That's an insane young core. And like I said, the amount of picks you're gonna get back in a Damian Lillard trade and other assets is going to be great for a rebuilding team. And the thing is, Portland will still have all of their picks.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments, Hornets fans, Blazers fans. Let us know in the comments how you feel about who you guys want in the draft lottery. I mean, who you guys want drafted. Shout out to the Spurs, man. All the Spurs fans, comment how you guys feel about Wemby going forward. We'll talk about a little bit about Wemby too, a little bit, because do you think that I love Wemby? Like, I love his game, and he's 7'5", but I'm just scared for his frame. The frame scares me, bro. Like, guys that are that tall, like, get hurt. So I'm praying he doesn't get hurt. I'm praying he doesn't get hurt, bro.
You gotta hope so, because this is a prospect like no other. No one compares to him. No, it doesn't even make sense. This guy is 7'5" with shoes on that can do essentially everything.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense. You wish for the best. I mean, this guy could be who knows what we can see if he's able to translate his game from the G League or whatever to the NBA. That's not even fair. And like you said, you have to worry about his frame and what is he going to look like against Anthony Davis.
Bigger bodies.
What
yeah,
is he gonna look like against Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, Giannis? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right, make sure you guys hit that like button, follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back.